Happy Friday! We've almost made it through our first week of distance learning. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you will be looking at on Friday. So again, on your paper, for reading, it's time to dig out King Arthur. Hopefully, as you were going through your open book test, you were reminded of some of the things that we've read. But if you're kind of not thinking about all the people and what they did, you may just want to go back and read through your journal. That probably can help you get the high points and even look at your hashtags that we've done for each chapter. So we're going to take this super slow while we're at home because I know normally I'm reading this aloud because it's the language is just different. It's a little more difficult than some of the other books that we've read. So for today, all you need to read is page 93 through 98. So it's just 5 pages. And I think I even told you what paragraph on here. It tells you what paragraph to stop at. It's the paragraph that ends with rolling across the floor. So let me just show you that real quick. So right there. This is where you're going to stop. So just draw yourself a line right there before you start reading so you know where to stop. If you read it and you're like, I don't really understand that, I'm kind of confused, I would just go back and read it again. That's the best advice I can give you, and really try to focus if it's hard for you. I know this book is not the easiest book, but what I'm going to do on Monday is I'm going to do a little video sort of reviewing what you read on Friday, just sort of like we normally do, summarize what we read and maybe look at some of the, if you wrote some annotation marks like, that this was Knight's Code or this was not Knight's Code or this was a lie. You may have added some of those things and I'll kind of tell you what I added too. And then we will move on to the next little section. But 5 pages in King Arthur is what your assignment is for Friday. Also, after you finish reading that part, you need to go into your journal and just write notes from that section. Instead of waiting to the end of the chapter and trying to write notes about everything, we're going to do it piece at a time. So try to think about what are the most important things that I read and jot those down. Remember, just look how we did it before in bullet points. They don't have to be complete sentences. They're just reminders of what you think the most important things are in the events that happen. So go ahead and after you've read your pages, get out your journal. Remember to write at the top, book 2, chapter 1, and the next clean page, and start your notes right there. For language arts, there's no daily paragraph editing on Friday. There's no vocabulary workshop on Friday. What we're going to focus on Friday is a little review of adverbs. So there's a few things on RenWeb that you can click on to help you. And one of them, and they're in the lesson plans, one of them is an adverb video that I need you to watch, and it's just me talking over a PowerPoint. So it goes through a PowerPoint, but I'm kind of explaining as we go and talking about the kinds of adverbs, what questions they answer, and all those fun things. What does an adverb do? And then there's a tiny little assignment. It's really not much. You need to basically write a paragraph and use at least 5 adverbs in the paragraph. But there is more information in that video, so you definitely need to watch it to make sure you're doing that correctly. So make sure you watch that. It's called Adverb Video on RenWeb. So you can click on that. It'll take you to YouTube to the proper place. There's also, I just put on there the Schoolhouse Rock adverbs. It's called Lolly, 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 Get Your Adverbs Here. You probably heard it. It's just fun and, a little extra review. Now, as you are doing your adverb as you were doing your adverb paragraph, if you need a little reminder of what I said in the video, I put in the resources section. It wouldn't let me put it in the lesson plans, but if you scroll down on RenWeb to the place that says documents, that's what it's called on my end. It says adverbs mini lesson PPTX. So that's the actual just PowerPoint, not me talking through it, but you can just scroll through and stop on a slide if you need to. And, help yourself if you need to remind yourself of things as you're going. So that one paragraph is the assignment. And I did say in the video that if you prefer it and it's easier for you to submit this way, if you want to type that one on Microsoft Word or whatever and just email it to me, I'll allow it. If you prefer to write it out on notebook paper and scan it or take a picture and send it to me, that's fine too. So that is what that adverb assignment is. It should not take you very long. All right, and then moving on to history, also in the lesson plan on RenWeb on Friday, there is a link to the video, and it is called, oh wait, I gotta go to history. All right, it is called Citizenship Test Video. You just click on that and it'll take you to the proper video. And basically what I'm doing there is I'm giving you the proper answers for the work that you've already done. So you found those, I don't know, 10, 11 answers over the past 2 days. So now I'm just going through and telling you the answers that you definitely need to have in case you made a mistake here or there. So what you need to do is just watch the video, it's super short, and go through your packet and fix anything that needs to be fixed. You want to have all of the proper information before we start the flashcards. Next week, we're going to start these. So this should have been in your cubby, full of index cards. So before we start doing this, we want to make sure we have all the right answers on our green pages. So again, just go through that video and make sure you have everything correct, and that's it. Sounds easy, right? Again, I hope this hasn't been too hard on anybody. If you're struggling with anything, please reach out. I've gotten a few emails. Oh, wait. There's one more thing. There's one more thing if I can find it. There it is. I found it. Don't forget about this. All right, so make sure that you're working on that and getting those things done. I have received a couple, maybe 4 or 5 emails from parents that kids have already finished the kind of fun part. So don't forget about that. Make sure you're working on that too. I think there were only 2 on the first one that you needed to complete, so it's not that big a deal. But try to make sure you get it done and send me whatever, if any of them that you needed to be, if you needed to send me a picture or whatever, depending on what it was, make sure that you do that. So everybody have a great Friday. Please call me, text me, whatever, email if you have questions. And if I don't hear from you, have a relaxing weekend. Miss you guys. Bye.